I think it's time to turn the spotlight onto you guys. Let's see your business knowledge. If you can, I have a few trivia questions. I want to see if any one of you can answer these trivia questions. Are you guys ready? No? Maybe? Yes? Awesome. Okay, so we all know the Nike swoosh logo, right? Do you know how much the original graphic designer was paid for the famous Nike swoosh? I think I heard. Close. 35. Yes. Awesome. A big round of applause. Okay, so I'm going to start with the easy ones and then going to move up the level, okay? Which company uses the slogan, "Think Different"? Yes. Big round of applause for the gentleman. Apple. Okay, this is a fun one. Which fast food chain once made a bubblegum flavored broccoli? So, bubblegum flavored broccoli. It's a fast food chain, which you usually don't associate with healthy food. Does anyone? Sorry. Yes, absolutely. So disguising healthy food with unhealthy flavors. A big round of applause. That was a tough one. A big round of applause for him. All right, well, moving on. Our next segment is going to focus on empowering small and medium businesses with AI and career in AI for workforce. So we all know the importance of AI in today's world. AI is going to become the way of life in the near future, and I'm truly excited for this intriguing session. I would like to invite our panelists, Mr. Nagesh Kunamenemi, founder and CEO, BizCloud Experts, is a cloud transformation leader recognized for driving enterprise innovation and operational excellence across Fortune 500 companies. Mr. Anthony Laws, Director of AI and BCE and AWS Ambassador, is a seasoned solution architect with over a decade experience of driving cloud transformation and now leading innovation in AI and generative AI to accelerate business impact. Mr. Dan Sinawat, founder and CEO of VC Arena and founder of AI Connects, is a visionary AI leader recognized among DFW's top 75 innovators, driving Dallas's transformation into global hub for technology, investment, and innovation. And Mr. Milan McGraw, who is a senior executive at AWS, where he leads generative AI services for financial services and capital markets with over a decade of experience across AI, machine learning, and data science. Mr. Milan delivered high-impact AI solution in finance, retail, and CPG. He holds advanced degrees from the University of Chicago, Northwestern, and Morris Graduate School of Management. And our moderator, Dr. Tiffany Bowden, an award-winning TEDx speaker and AI product content engineer, has led global innovation at Amazon, AWS, Google Gemini, bridging technology, ethics, and human-centered design while shaping conversations at the intersection of innovation and real-world impact. Please give it up for our panelists and moderator. Hand it over.
Thank you so much for that warm introduction. Thank you to this distinguished audience as well. Again, my name is Dr. Tiffany Bowden, and I'm thrilled to be guiding today's panel. We're going to be talking about two really important topics today, which is empowering small and medium-sized businesses with AI, as well as career building for the workforce in an AI-driven world. As we have already introduced our panel, I would love to just really dive right in. We also have Milan that is joining us virtually. Thank you so much, Milan, for your commitment to being here with us today. Yes, his flight got canceled, so that's really showing dedication that he was able to still be here with us today. We're going to be starting with these questions, and then at the end, I'm going to be opening it up for questions from you all. Of course, you all come here very curious, so please do take advantage of this panel here today. While we're talking, you can go ahead and take notes so that you're ready to go. So for the first one, I would like to open it up for Milan at AWS. What are the most accessible AI tools SMBs can start with without big teams or budgets?
Hey, good afternoon, team. I hope everyone can hear me. Maybe give me just a word back if you can hear me or not. Yes. Hey, awesome. Well, nice to meet everyone. Thank you for having me today. You know, the window for opportunity for small businesses to really gain competitive advantage through AI, it's closing fast, right? But AWS has democratized AI in ways that really level the playing field like never before. And just wanted to share a few things and tools that small businesses can get up and started with immediately on their AI journey. You know, the first is Amazon Bedrock. You can build and deploy generative AI and machine learning without the machine learning expertise, right? You can use Claude or other foundation models like OpenAI and Gemini to build those customer service chatbots within days, not months. So think enterprise-grade AI for the price of a software subscription. And then there's Amazon Q Business. And this is where ChatGPT, for your company data, you can upload your documents, connect to your systems, and your team gets instant AI-powered insights from day one without any technical setup. So what does that really mean? Everyone, every persona should be using an AI tool within your organization today. And most of the time, small businesses think that, you know, AI is out of reach because of the cost. Think in terms of a monthly subscription, $100, as low as $100 to start, but you could do that within a 7-day action plan. So what used to take businesses 4 to 6 to 18 months to get a POC up and running, you could do this within a week. And let me show you how to do it. Here's your 7-day action plan. Day 1 or 2, audit your most time-consuming manual processes that you just don't need to be doing every day. And then on day 3 or 4, sign up for AWS free tier and Amazon Q Business. And then by the end of the week on day 5 or 7, you could run a pilot with one simple use case. And you don't have to do this alone. We partner. We also have our AWS partner, business cloud experts in the room today that can help you get up and running really, really quickly. And they're SMB company themselves, so who understands your challenges. And the urgency for AI today is real. McKinsey has already shown that companies implementing AI today are seeing roughly 20 to 30% productivity gains in less than 5 to 6 months. So your competitors are already experimenting with AI, and every month you wait, your market share is losing. So get in the game today, create an AI literacy plan for your business, ensure everyone is using AI, and then don't go try to build AI alone. We have the right partners with you today, business cloud experts. We can do an assessment, and by the end of the week, you get your first AI POC up and running.
Thank you so much, Milan, for that thorough response. And I want to now ask the BizCloud experts, as SMBs yourselves, how have you used AI internally to improve operations?
Well, we have been experimenting with AI in a lot of different ways. One of the first things that we started doing when we started adopting AI internally is enhancing the developer lifecycle. All the way from ideation to production deployments, we are incorporating AI to automate a lot of the repetitive tasks that happen to take place in the developer lifecycle. So the great news is that Amazon offers all types of tools to do this, again, from ideation all the way to production deployment. There's a lot of agentic tools as well in these code gen platforms that not just generate code for you, but also connect to other servers or other services to pull in the latest and most up-to-date information. We also use AI when we are doing a lot of document generation and presentation generation. So we use an internal tool called Gamma, which is essentially something that we can make presentations and documents very quickly, very effectively, and it runs on AWS as well. So it's something that's super interesting. We use it as much as possible. I would also say one of the last things we're experimenting with incorporating AI into our internal operations is data processing. One of the things that we are experimenting right now is interactions with computer use agents to automate the use of our CRM and our internal documentation with Microsoft Excel. Specifically Google Sheets, actually, not Microsoft Excel. We are incorporating something called Amazon Nova Act, which is a computer agent tool to automate a lot of the repetitive tasks of putting data from one platform to the other platform, one platform to the other platform. So a lot of data entry and data exports we want to automate with AI to save our internal project managers time and a lot of our internal operations, to be streamlined as much as possible.
Amazing. And who doesn't want less work, more money, and more time? So thank you so much for sharing that. Based on that, then, I would love to know from your client work, what are some of your real-world use cases where you've been able to deliver impact for your SMB clients? For the BizCloud experts, let's go with...
BizCloud experts.
Yes.
Can you repeat the question?
Sure. From your client work, what are some of the real-world AI use cases that will deliver measurable impacts for SMBs?
All right. I'm going to answer this from our own perspective, just as he started. I don't know how many of you guys subscribe to a time tracking tool and pay $9.99 per month per user just to track time, right? If you have 40 users, you're paying them $14 to $9.99. Using our own AI internal team, we created our own time tracking tool that's costing us less than $100 a month. And we're able to track 70 people's time using this tool. And for SMBs, you got to rethink. If you're paying $5, $9, $10 per user per thing, maybe it's time you think, how can you build it yourself, right? Because you can cut the cost of per user down to a fixed cost, like what Anthony and Milan were saying. It's just cost of Bedrock, right? Maybe paying $100, $150 to run this. That's a very powerful example when you start thinking about it, because over the last 20 years, we have started consuming SaaS because infrastructure was very costly. Well, AI has just shifted the paradigm. Is infrastructure really that costly? Because you can build your own code and you can run it at peanuts, right? Rethink what you're thinking, right? That's one sheer example. The second example I'll give you is, there was a customer in the moving and storage space. The CEO talking to the CFO and the Chief Operations Officer saying, hey, why aren't I getting timely reports on how the monthly sales were and what's the profitability of the business? Literally, these are all siloed systems, right? And our first pitch working with Amazon and working with our director was to say, hey, let's build an agent that traverses the operational systems and the financial systems and gives you an answer, right? And that basically we're calling it FinOps tools, that people can know what they want to know versus calling somebody a financial analyst or an operational analyst and trying to get that information. 3 days is too long in our business. For some reason sales have brought today, I want to know it right now. Why am I trying to gather information for 3 days just to analyze that information? So these are literally how we're looking at the problems from trying to help customers, right?
Yeah, and it's interesting because if you turn the clock back about a year and a half ago, the number one use case for generative AI were chatbots. Everyone wanted their own chatbot, whether if it was an internal chatbot or a customer-facing website chatbot. That was, one of the main use cases for that. And we're seeing a drastic shift from just basic Gen AI chatbots to high-powered question-answering machines. And just as Nagesh was saying, we're doing this work for a logistics company where it is a chatbot front end, right? But it's doing much more on the back end than what would normally a chatbot would do. We're doing high-powered queries through an agentic framework to get financial and quantitative data analysis back to the end user. And ultimately, what this is doing is saving executives, C-level executives, days worth of time and analysis, and really freeing up their team to focus on innovation as opposed to data and report gathering. And so we're seeing AI kind of go from a repetitive task tool to actual deep research and agentic functioning for our clients. And it's really interesting to see how this is unfolding and how Amazon is continuously releasing these new technologies to empower us with that.
Thank you so much, Anthony, for that. Now I want to turn it over to Dan. Working with startups, what can SMBs learn from their speed and creativity in AI adoption?
Yeah, great. Before I answer that question, right, I just wanted to tell you guys that we're really a good partner, and then BizCloud, you know that they are pretty good at technology, but beside that, they actually have domain experts. And I don't think people realize enough how important domain expertise is going to be in AI, right? They're working with logistic customer, manufacturing customer. We're actually working together on one large like aviation customer, right? But again, I think people are looking at AI too much in technologies. I say this all the time. Most people don't realize AI is actually 95% business, 5% technologies, right? What you need to be rethinking right now, and I'm just telling this because there's a lot of small businesses here, government, municipalities. Again, don't focus too much on the technology. We have great people that understand technology. You don't have to come talk to us technology. We want you to focus on your business. If you can't explain your problem, there's no way we can solve it. Same thing with startup. If you're starting your company and you don't know what your company is really solving, what your customer really want, there's no startup for you, right? And I have both sides of the hat. I have a founder view and also investor view. We see all the startup all the time, and they can't get market traction, right? Same thing with small businesses. They can't solve, they can't leverage technology to get them to do more with less. And I tell everybody, AI transformation equal business evolution. This is the time for you to rethink how you do your business, how you operate your organization. If your process and operation sucks, there's no way AI gonna make it better for you, right? Maybe it make it worse. Let's say you automate all your crappy process. What is it gonna do? It make crappy things going faster. Wow, great. Is that what you want? Right? So see, again, most people don't realize how important it is for you to be rethinking, reimagine your business, especially in the age of AI. And that's what we do. AI Connect, we're an AI consulting firm. We are mini Palantir. I don't know, you know a company called Palantir, right? They're the best in what they do for AI consulting and transformation, right? We are the mini version of that, and together with BizCloud, we actually try to understand your business problem, small business to large enterprise. And then we apply technology, because there's no way, there's no AI solution for you unless we understand what you want from your business, what you want to achieve, right? What's your objective, what's your KPI? It's all matter. At the end, it's all business. It's 100% business. I saved that 5% so that the IT people in here don't try to kill me, But when I go talk to my customer, I said, can you not please don't bring your CIO. I want only business people in the room. Because sometimes the IT people actually stop things from progressing, because they don't even understand AI because it's too fast. A lot of people in IT, in the operation, they're too busy operating. They're not thinking of something new. AI is all business. So I want you to go back home and rethink your business, and then how you can apply AI gonna come to later after that.
Thank you so much for regrounding us in that. Of course, we definitely want to slow down so we're not spreading the crappy things and making those things go faster. I really love that. Being intentional is really, really important. I would like to open it up to the full panel now. If an SMB wanted to start next month, what is the very first step that you would recommend? There's so many things that people can do. What do you think is that very first step?
For me, well, since we have AWS person here, and I wanted to give a prop out, we built a platform called AI and number 4 and SMB, AI for small, medium businesses. So think about if you're a small businesses, you are today running 10 different platforms, HubSpot, Salesforce, Oracle, and then now you got an AI, ChatGPT on top. You end up running platforms, not running your business. So we actually built an AI for SMB all in one platform with AI on top of AWS Cloud, actually. And then that's a good start, And again, you wanted to reduce as much friction for your business as possible because you wanted to focus 99% of your energy into running and growing your business. So I think thinking of that, how you can grow your business, technology will come later. Yeah.
So just to add to, I started with him because I knew that that platform was what he and I were talking just 2 days ago about how do we help SMBs with it. But most importantly, for a small business starting today, I think the first thing to ask is, what value are you trying to bring into this space? And instead of just succumbing to the existing tools in tech, understanding how you're trying to create value for yourself. Because let's be a CRM, not to badmouth Salesforce or anything, they built a platform and at scale, they're saying use this platform this way to sell, right? They have different differentiation. But today, with AI, it's hyper-personalized to one. You figure out how you want to sell. If Salesforce is not the right platform for you, build what sells for you. The moving and logistics customer, they have tried different CRMs and they chose to build their own CRM because it's more easier and effective to build a CRM today than try to use external CRMs. And because they can tailor it to how they handle calls, they can tailor the cue cards to what they want to do. So as a small business, I think this is a really great time for you to rethink your business in terms of who you want to be versus what tools are out there. Cash, if you were there in the morning, what did he say in the first session? He said something like, I'm in the building business, there's not much automation, we do everything on spreadsheets. This is the first time Cash can actually go build what he wants the way he needs to because agentic AI is real. The way to build these solutions are fast. And then 4 sessions later, there was somebody who was saying, we built a whole virtual world. AI, you can consume it, we are better than Zillow. Right? So the world itself is way different just between the morning session, the first session to the 4th session of the day. We're showing you a completely different world and completely different way to think about the problem, right? The morning the biggest builder locally said, there are no tools and there is very little automation in my field. Come 4th session, there is a guy showing out here as to what he has built, right? I think the speed at which we can build things is drastically different. Just because you're not a tech person, you shouldn't have to fear. And consulting firms like us, product teams like us are helping you accelerate their journey so that you can actually drive your business the way you want to drive it. You don't have to worry or copy McDonald's if you're trying to start a retail chain. You can actually try to be your own. You can be the McDonald's that Ray started, right? And be your own thing as to how you want to create new differentiation. That's what I would tell every startup or every SMB.
Yeah, and just to come at it from a little bit of a different angle, right? It's about identifying a business use case and a problem that you have internally or externally with your clients, and then acting quickly and acting so that you can fail fast. You want to be able to fail fast and fail safely when adopting these new technologies and new process workflows. And what we're seeing in the space is a lot of subscription-based providers, open source providers, are now allowing these AI technologies to be adopted internally for their customers. If you look at what Workday just did, Workday acquired a low-code, no-code AI tool called Flowwise. And what this is empowering their customers to do is come up with a business, specifically Workday because it's HR, come up with an HR problem that they're having internally and be able to adapt a prototyping tool to help solve that problem and seeing how fast they can go to market with it and failing fast, right? We don't want to invest hundreds of thousands of dollars into technologies that we're not sure that will actually solve a business problem. Right? So getting out in front of these, working with a partner, working with AWS, working with AI Connects to help identify what problems that you're having, and before investing in technologies, failing fast as far as learning what's out there, doing rapid prototypes, getting out in front of a business problem before you're too far down the rabbit hole and spending hundreds of thousands of dollars for technologies that you may not know actually solve a business problem. So coming at it from that angle, and we're seeing a lot of different partners be able to offer these services.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that I love that, right? Rapid prototyping, remember that word, you know. It's so cheap now to build something and test out the market for big organization or even small organization, right? I just talked to one founder today, right? I don't know you heard of this term, virality is a product. You know, there's some company out there called Cluely. I don't know you heard of Cluely. There's an AI that helps you cheat on everything. So this guy, he dropped out of, I think, Columbia, but he built an app that helped you cheat on interview, right? And he became viral. He got $15 million in funding before he even built a product. Oh my goodness. But that's what we call product market fit, right? In today's world, you can test out your product market fit so quick, just using social media, you know, doing so many things without spending too much money. And I have another good example for big enterprise. One of my, good time, like big time investor who run $3 billion VC firm, he told me once, he worked with a big customer that doing retail, and then one of the IT team spent $10 million on personalization project. And then they show the CEO, we got 10% increase in our revenue. And do you know what the CEO said? Why did you spend all that $10 million? I could have done that by sending out an email that give 20% discount. Why did you spend my $10 million on a stupid thing like that? See, again, people never test out all these business case. They go with technology and build something that people don't really need or doesn't really matter much, right? Again, the same principle apply, you know, rapid prototyping, you know, and also, you know, product market fit for big and small enterprises. Those are very important key things.
Thank you. And Milan, if you could ask this question too, if an SMB here wanted to start next month, what's the very first step that you'd recommend?
Hey, say that one more time.
If an SMB here wanted to start next month, what's the first step that you would recommend? What's your words of wisdom?
The first step is just call AWS or Business Cloud experts. I mean, we've been doing this with hundreds of thousands of partners and customers each and every day. We've probably seen the use case, and we can get you up to speed fairly quickly. And one thing that the company should be thinking about is what's their AI literacy plan to upskill all of their teams, because there's no AI without an AI literacy plan. So once that's addressed, call us. We could love to help you out right away and get you up and running.
Thank you so much. Now I have a question for the audience. So it's estimated that about 75% of small to medium-sized businesses are currently using AI. Very simply, I want to know how many of you are currently using AI if you have a small business. Okay? First, let me see how many small to medium-sized business owners we have in the room. Okay, and then from then, how many of you are using AI? Okay, awesome. And then now I want to see how many of us are looking to move into the AI space as a professional, or how many of us are currently working as professionals? Okay, great. So the next section is going to be really for you when we're talking about career building in an AI-driven world. I want to start with Milan. Which AI or cloud skills and certifications are in highest demand right now and over the next few years?
Oh man, I think that's the $100 million question, but let's do it. Let's talk about, really building your AI ready workforce, right? And we know the skill gap is absolutely critical and it's widening daily. We're seeing about 300% growth in demand for AI skills right now. But the immediate high demand skills both your team and you need are a few certifications. One, it's the AI cloud practitioner. That's the basic foundation of how to use the cloud. Two is the AI practitioner with AWS, Google, Microsoft. We all offer a flavor of the same certification. Three is prompt engineering. Everyone, every role, every persona has to master prompt engineering. That's literally the difference between AI being useless or transformative across your entire business. And from there, then you could dive into Bedrock and SageMaker fundamentals, where your teams can learn to deploy, manage those individual AI tools. And then when you think in terms of specific demand, AI and ML solution architects, we just can't hire them fast enough, right? And then there's these other fields that are emerging, right? AI ethicists, AI governance specialists, and now we have multimodal developers for text, image, and voice integration. So the urgency is there, right? And then the salaries for AI skill professionals right now, we're seeing about a 40% jump in the last 18 months. And this window won't stay open forever, right? So if I were going to start from scratch today, you could learn and be an AI engineer and expert within the next 30 days. It's not hard, right? If you're not building the AI, you're utilizing AI to build some type of prototype. So week one, take your AI practitioner or AI cloud course. Week two, build a prototype using Amazon Bedrock or Party Rock. And then week three, document what that product did. Slowly build that portfolio. And then week four, that's when you have enough confidence to speak AI, you took the certifications. And the harsh reality is this, and this is what everyone should know. AI has a shelf life. And the fundamentals you build now that you create, the foundation for continuous learning. And if you look at some of the sites today, there are roughly 4,000 models hitting the market every hour. So just the last hour, we'll sit here and have this conversation. Another 5,000 plus models will hit the Hugging Face market site. And so unless you have that aptitude for continuous learning, that's going to be the key factor. But the brutal truth is this. AI adoption, it's accelerating exponentially. The job market and business landscape are rewarding those AI practitioners over theorists. So if you can build, and if you have that mindset to be a solution architect, you're going to win every time, right? And at AWS and business cloud experts, we have those, enterprise-grade tools accessible for every business in this room today. The tools are ready. The training is free. We have the experts, the partners here with us, and the opportunity is massive. And then lastly, the business and professionals that act now will really dominate their domains by the end of the year. Your competitors aren't waiting, right? And neither should you. Your future today and small business depends on the actions you take today as we leave this conference. Not next month, today. So thank you, and I'm excited for how you look at building your AI literacy and go-to-market plan.
Thank you, Milan, especially for that emphasis on accessibility and education. With that, I want to turn over to the BizCloud experts on how do you upskill your own team to thrive in an AI-driven market?
Well, I'd say we have three approaches for empowering our internal engineers and software architects to adopt AI and learn AI. The first thing is get out and experiment, build something, try new technologies. Amazon has a plethora of services that you could spin up really easy, try and solve a business use case with them. And again, right, the more you talk to me, the more you hear me say the term fail fast. And it's especially important when you're learning before you're incorporating tools for your customers or production internal use, is to get out there and build something as fast as possible. The second way is work with, for us, what we do is we work with AWS on a very close basis, being an advanced tier partner. We are in regular communication with AWS, and we are in constant learning mode when it comes to that. And Amazon has AWS Builder, which is a platform that you can go and take free training courses, learn about not just Amazon tools, but the fundamental concepts of generative AI and agentic AI as the space continues to grow. And then finally, if we are looking to move past that and continuing to learn for tool-specific usage, we use things like deeplearning.ai, which is a platform that offers AI learning, as well as Anthropic's Skill Jar, which is something, Anthropic is a LLM provider in Amazon Bedrock that offers free courses as well to our engineers. So we come at it from a different angle and a different approach depending on the use case, but there are so many resources out there that you can use to learn very quickly.
Yeah, let me add a different twist. That's the structured learning portion as to how we help people train. And he said fail fast. You know, about 60 days ago, we put about 100 ideas into a portal and saying, you guys go ahead and build what you want to build, but here are 100 ideas, add your idea and build it. Out of which is what the earlier idea was. We eliminated almost $2,000 per month of an expense for recording time because one of the developer in the company, he's right there, he's smiling, Ken, he rewrote the entire time tracking tool in 1 month, and then now we moved on to that. Right? We have about 20 to 30 ideas that went live in a matter of 45 days. To me, it was two benefits. This is especially for the enterprise customers. First thing, it let people work with technology as they saw fit and as they change their career. Right? The second thing was it brought to life things. Originally, we used to have a program saying, hey, let's do the idea, let's estimate what it's going to talk, let's do this. Oh, maybe it's this much value, maybe it's this much cost. None of that. You know, right now we just say, hey, if you pick up this idea, tell me what your next step is, it's done. Right? From the perspective of enabling the workforce to change because they're also intended to learn. So my take in this new world, you know, way back, I remember my dad asking me, hey, do you want to become a doctor or a lawyer, engineer? Right? And I said, you know what? Doctor has to keep learning all his life. Engineer just graduates and has a job for life. Like, damn, I was so wrong. Here I have to learn every day now. Engineer's life has become worse than a doctor's life. Their rate of change is now finally slower than our rate of change. Right? And so my take is what I've seen over my career, forget my age, but what I've seen from my career is now we are in a continuous learning. And the last thing I'll tell you is, we were all debating standardization. Should we use Claude? Should we use this? Should we use Gemini as a tool? I said, when was the last time we discussed tooling from the perspective of this? And after all the debate, and everybody said Claude, and something they said. And then next day, Amazon releases Kiro, and everybody is saying, why aren't we using Kiro? Why aren't we using Kiro? Right? So my take is the world of AI has finally come to the place where it's become all about the outcome you want to produce using the tool. It is no longer about the skill. It's no longer about whether you know Node.js or Python or whatever it is. It's ability to use these tools given to you in a way that you can produce an outcome. And these tools will keep evaluating and changing. And we just need to know what we are trying to produce out of it. And there is a better tool for that particular thing.
Well, I have a few things, but like first, anybody know the word forward deploy engineer? Anybody know forward deploy engineer here? Nobody. Well, that's going to be the most demanding job in the future. Forward deploy engineer. It's the people that can understand deeply technology and also business domain. Palantir termed this word. And they have been hiring a lot of people to go deploy into the customer site, on-site or remote, to understand the customer business and adapt that into technology. So it's someone that can translate business into technology. Forward deploy engineer, look it up if you're a student looking for a job, If you're a professional looking to change, forward deploy engineer is definitely, and of course, people that are the architect and other, it's important, and we need to move a lot of these layer of the technologists into more of the forward deploy engineer, because you need more of the domain expertise, how to understand translating that business requirement into technology. And second, on the training, right, we've been working together. We actually work with the state TWC, Texas Workforce Commission, to provide free AI training for any company under 100 people. So if you're under 100 people, I think the best range would be about 20 people to 100 people. Come talk to us. We have free state money until the end of the year to provide free AI cybersecurity training to your employees.
Yep. To accentuate that, what we did earlier this year was we put a curriculum which uses all of the tools into a 3-month plan. You can do it in 4 weeks, you can do it in 3 months, but we actually have a structured learning path using AWS Skill Builder to get through this. So if you have and we put about 30 of our own employees through that training. If you have less than 100 people and you want to train your workforce on AI, one of the things that we do is this is a plug for BizCloud, right? We want our customers to do it themselves. Implication is we include skill builder and training as a part of our thing, saying if you can do it yourself, then I can focus on doing something better for you. That's our philosophy and how we work with customers, right? So implication is we put in the skill builder, we put in the training, we put in those into the underlying contract itself so that they can retool themselves and they can reskill themselves by the time we're done with the project, right? And the idea is to give them the same set of training that we do for ourselves, right? And that's available. If you want more information, you can talk to me. There's a guy, Raghu, there. You can talk to him. Together, we had actually come up with that program way back. And it's a structured way to get deep into AI, right from starting. Okay.
Thank you all. And with about 5 minutes left for our panel, I just want to open up for the audience. And I want to ask, have you all completed any AI-related training in the past year? And if you have, can you please raise your hand? We just wanted to get a quick poll. Only 2 people. 4? Okay, so let me repeat the question because I don't believe this one. How many of you have completed AI-related training within the last year? Any kind of AI-related training? Okay, there we go. Yes, okay, thank you. Now, I want to go ahead and I want to open up the space to the audience for any questions, whether that's about getting into the AI space as an entrepreneur, as a small business, or as a professional. You have an amazing panel here, so please feel free to take advantage of that, and then we'll turn back to our panel for some remarks. Nanda. Okay, sure. I see a hand. Yes. Do we need a microphone there? Yes. If we can get a microphone to the gentleman.
Thank you. Hi, Dan. I know you talked about what a forward deploy engineer was. That is someone who understands the engineering and business side. Isn't there already a position that exists like that? That's called a business analyst. I used to be a business analyst for the federal government where I had to work with technical teams and federal stakeholders to understand their business requirements, to collaborate, document the requirements, and follow up on them.
Yeah, it's pretty much similar to business analysts, right? But I think a lot of time, business analysts are more on the business side. Like the forward deploy engineer are stronger on the technology side, right? And then there's a lot of way that you can turn these engineers to think more business. I tell students that are interning at our companies all the time, don't think too much about technology. Go intern in some business, right? I tell like one of the lady who, I was mentoring, she went to intern at a supply chain company and she said, hey, Dan, what should I do in that company? I said, forget about technology, go learn what they do in supply chain. And now she got a full-time job in their company, helping them doing AI for supply chain. But if she didn't focus on the business, I don't think she would be able to get that job, so.
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah, I just want to add one more thing to what he said, right? And it goes back to, again, the first time I was applying for a job, maybe 25, 30 years ago, right? I was an industrial engineer, writing mathematical models, operations research, optimization, and I came out of school with a good C++ programming background. I talked at that time, right, it was very simple. I went to my boss later on and I asked him, hey, why did you hire me? Right? There were 100 people in that line. Why did you hire me? He says, it's very simple, Nagesh. I get industrial engineering and a programmer from you. Right? So I don't have to hire two people. You are one person. I could do the same. I think the other way to represent what he just said, forward engineer, it's very likely that the business analyst now can build it without the help of a developer. He has got an agentic developer at the background that can actually build the code for him. Why do you need to go send it to another developer? Right? You got to rethink what is happening in the world right now in terms of that. It is not about your job function as you see it. The expectation from your job function is changing because there are more tools that are here to help you do your job. You may be a business analyst, but if you can figure out how to actually deliver that prototype before you even talk to a developer, your manager will be more appreciative of you, right? So the idea is that how much can you leverage AI to do your job in such a way that you take out all of the silos that are in the enterprises, right? If you think in those terms, you will find good answers for these questions and these job roles, because everybody will come up with a different type. A few years ago, we all came up with DevOps engineer. What was that? Right? It is development or ops. And like, okay, fine. Right? Now we are calling AI ops. What is that? Right? Right? So the idea is all of these are coming with the saying that the new tools will help you as a business analyst do your job better. It could be a different category, different way that we're positioning it. That's all I see in it. Okay? I just wanted to make sure I'm very clear in how I look at the world. Right? Okay.
I think I have a question. Yeah, cool.
Who was that?
Here, this corner.
Yeah.
Over there.
Yeah.
Can you see?
Okay, I see a gentleman on the corner here with a question.
Yeah, I did. Thank you for your comments on AI. As someone, as you folks are thinking about AI so deeply, if you draw parallels between the AI revolution you're seeing now versus what we saw with the internet revolution, my question is around, do you see there's opportunities for small businesses to build huge sustainable companies in this revolution, similar to what we saw with the internet? And you saw Microsoft, Amazon, Google, all of those companies, small startups that built huge businesses that have lasted for a very long time. And do you see a similar sort of trend developing now, or is the deck sort of stacked against small businesses given the investment and the data requirements and all of that that's needed to build sort of unicorns or lasting companies in the AI space?
Yeah, I'm going to ask you one question. How many of you, if you guys in the UX, used Bolt.new? Bolt. Right? A couple of things. It's almost valued over $1 billion right now in terms of their market valuation, in terms of what they're doing. And all they're doing is generating UX for developers across the globe, right? I think what you're going to find is today you're talking about Amazon, Google, and everybody else. You will start talking about new set of tools. I mentioned Kiro. What's its valuation, right? You're starting to see this evolve in a way that's way faster than any of us can imagine. But the idea there is not the tech business itself. I believe that the SMB space, the small and medium businesses that are really brick and mortar, have a great opportunity right now to improve their margin and profitability and versus leveraging the technology that they have leveraged. They can do a lot more with a lot less in technology and thereby improve their margins. I'm not talking tech companies. I'm talking the real estate companies, the brokers, I'm talking the mom and pop restaurant that's around the corner. I think they are sitting at a place where I think they can literally dump a lot of cost out of their system and put it into their market, into their pocket if they really rethink their world in terms of AI. I think.
Well, I'll just make one last comment from myself, right? You need to think of the term service as a software. It's no longer software as a service. SaaS is dead, right? Service as software is what you need to deliver, which is outcome-based delivery. So in the age of AI, forget about going unicorn and being $1 billion valuation, right? If you're a small business is sitting here And if you can't make your first $1 million when you have all these AI tools, then forget all of it, because you need to start grabbing those businesses when you can. You only have about like maybe another year or two, before some of the big guys, just go out and create a lot of tools that already kill your startup, right? So go out and capture that business and forget about, trying to like be unicorn, unless you have like something super, super amazing idea, but that's like 0.001%. So.
Yeah, just real quick, that is awesome. Service as a software. That's exactly what we're seeing. McKinsey just had a report that came out, and it said the subscription model is dying. And it's now...
First of all, I want to thank all the panelists for being in here. The way we did it is, it was not about BizCloud. We wanted to bring the largest infrastructure and services, AI services provider to the room. Then on the other side, you see Dan, who's incubating a bunch of startups under the VC arena. And then we both trying to say, hey, think about it as a services and what service you're getting from the provider, not as what technology you're getting. That was the role that we were playing. A big shout out to the organization here, right? That's how we put this together, just so that we bring a gamut of views to you, right? In terms of not just a singular opinion of a particular type of an organization. I also want to announce today that BizCloud Experts is for small and medium businesses. We are going to launch a small podcast studio in our facility, because creating video and video content is very important. So you guys want to create your own podcast, 2 of you want to come in and do a recording, our offices are open for you to go come in and create your own video and launch your own content the way you want, because the high-end speakers, the high-end technology, that's not there. As I said, we are embracing what Dan said. Give a service, don't give a technology. Let them come and record their sessions and let them take the video. That's our mental model in terms of leverage technology to help them get there. I really want to thank the SABA members. I'm a board member, as he introduced, on SABA, but I really enjoyed today sitting here and having this panel discussion. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this truly enriching session and for sharing these key insights with the whole group here. If you guys could please stay back, we would like to recognize your accomplishments and your contributions to South Asian Business Alliance.
While we're getting the award ready, I'll tell you how AI can change lives. So we have a cricket league. We manage a cricket league manually. So I used to manage during weekends, weekdays, and every day. My wife is just took a break, but she can tell you, it used to take my life. So one thing, good thing we now are working with is to get AI in there. So if somebody have a question, they can ask question AI will answer in 5 seconds, not waiting for phone call, nothing. If they have a question, submit there, there'll be automatically customer support ticket will create it. So funny thing is, AI is like, if you use correctly, it can change a lot of simple things, make it easier for you. And that's what we're trying. And it saved my time. Like I was busy like whole week. Now I'm not busy at all. Which is bad from my wife's perspective.
We'll get there together.
Well, actually, my vision is Dallas is the next Silicon Valley. And that's why I started VC Arena here. And thank you. And I think we can also be the AI capital of the world. Yeah. So let's make it happen.
See, you have the right people up there. We have Denton Mayor, we have Littleton Mayor, we have Frisco Deputy Mayor Pro Tem, so they will all make it happen up there. But I can tell you one thing, I love other cities, but move to Littleton will make anything happen.
Hey, the one thing, earlier in this year, we did announce investments into startups. If you have a startup and you're trying to raise money, you can always reach out to us. We have set aside about $200,000 for startups in the local area, just to incubate in the local area. So if anybody's interested, I've not seen money applications other than 2, but if you're interested, come talk to me if you're running a startup. And if we think that there's value, then we'll put money into it. Okay, thanks.
Do you want
to? One last thing, Nanda just reminded me, we are offering today our skill builder program with our entire AI training panel, at least 5 to 10 users. If you want, you can come in and collect it from Raghu, and you will be given a full AWS skill builder training with a plan to go and become an AI certified engineer over the next 45 days. You can go there and he'll give you the plan. That's all underwritten by Best Cloud as a training plan. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and we need to give it to Milan. So we want to thank Milan also. He was supposed to be here, but because of the bad weather, I think his flight got canceled. But thank you very much. He joined remotely. So we appreciate that. So thanks for... Please. Come to the light.
Thank you so very much.